Hello everyone, welcome to History class. Today we are going to continue lesson 10 of history, India's struggle for freedom. Earlier we had discussed about nationalism, causes of the rise of nationalism and organized nationalism. And today we are going to discuss about partition of Bengal. The main objectives of today's topic are you will come to know about partition of Bengal, boycott and Swadeshi movement and Surat split. But before discussing today's topic, let us recall definitions and cross questions related to the previous topics. Definitions: nationalism, industrialization, Swaraj, and the moderate phase. Now answer these cross questions. Name any one leader of Congress during the moderate phase. When was Indian National Congress formed? Which group believed in the use of constitutional methods? Which group emphasized on the use of bold methods? Which leaders were popularly known as Lal Bal Pal? And who demanded for the Swaraj? Now let us discuss new words related to today's topic. Swadeshi, one's own country. Boycott, to refuse or deny to use something. Moderates, the people who believed in non-violence. Radicals, the persons who believed in violence. Swaraj means complete independence. Now, the topic is partition of Bengal. Bengal was the most thickly populated province in British India. It comprised of Bengal, Bihar, Orissa, Chota Nagpur, and some other remote areas. It extended over an area of 4,89,500 square kilometers with huge population. On July 20, 1905, Lord Curzon announced the division of province of Bengal into two provinces, and according to the British rulers, the main motive for the partition of Bengal was administrative necessity. The British told that the province of Bengal was too big to be efficiently administered by a single provincial government. However, the officials who worked out the plan had other concealed motive. That is, they wanted to weaken the growing strength of Indian nationalism. Now let us read from the book. Partition of Bengal. Viceroy Curzon partitioned Bengal in 1905. Bengal at that time was the largest province of British India. It included Bihar and other parts of Orissa. The official reason the British put forth for this division was that it was done for administrative convenience as the province was too large to be governed with efficiency. But the actual reason was something else. It was to weaken the growing strength of Indian nationalism. Basically, during that time, the province of Bengal consisted of Bengal, Bihar, Orissa, Chota Nagpur, and Bengali speaking districts of modern Assam. In 1905, Lord Curzon, the Governor General, partitioned Bengal. Bengal was divided in two parts, Eastern Bengal and Assam. According to the government version, it was a mere readjustment of administrative boundaries, but actually, the government aimed at breaking the unity of Bengali people. They wanted to stop the rising tide of nationalism by partitioning Bengal because Bengal was the nerve center of Indian nationalism at that time. Lord Curzon devised a very careful policy of divide and rule. He was the Viceroy of India at that time. Viceroy means a person who was sent by king or queen to govern a colony. He divided Bengal into East and West. East Bengal, with capital at Dhaka, was a Muslim majority area, and West Bengal, with the capital at Calcutta, now Kolkata, was a Hindu majority area. Means Lord Curzon coined the policy of divide and rule. At that time, he was the Viceroy of India, and Bengal was divided into East and West by him. The partition of Bengal was meant to foster division on the basis of religion. East Bengal would be predominantly a Muslim majority state with its capital at Dhaka, and West Bengal would have a Hindu majority with its capital at Calcutta, the present day Kolkata. The people of India understood the actual intention. They knew that the British wanted to divide Indians on religious grounds. They strongly opposed the partition. Both the moderates and the radicals launched movements to end the partition. So, finally, the Indians came to know that the British wanted to divide Indians on the basis of religion. So, the Indians were against this partition. The Indian nationalists who believed in violence as well as who believed in non violence started launching various movements to end this partition. Public meetings and demonstrations were held throughout the country. New methods of mass protest were used. On 16 October 1905, the day partition took place, no business transactions were conducted. Transactions means deals or agreements. The day was observed as a day of mourning. Mourning means grief or sorrow. So, to stop this partition, get togethers, public meetings, etc., were arranged throughout India. Mass protest was used as a new method. But then, too, on October 16th, 1905, the partition took place. The Indian nationalists declared this day as a day of mourning throughout Bengal, and it was observed as a day of fasting. The partition, however, became a great unifying factor. The freedom struggle became stronger, more organized, and brought all sections of society under it. Means a wave of anger swept across the province. All the sections of the society were united. The struggle for independence became more organized and stronger. And after the partition of Bengal, the Indian leaders decided to launch Swadeshi and boycott movements. Now let us read and discuss about boycott and Swadeshi movement. The Bengal partition introduced two new methods, Swadeshi and boycott. Swadeshi is a Sanskrit word which means of one's own country. In other words, it means goods produced within the borders of India. The method of boycott asked people to boycott goods manufactured in Britain. Means the partition of Bengal led the people to adopt two weapons, that was Swadeshi and boycott, for attaining Swaraj, that is complete independence. Swadeshi is a Sanskrit word which means one's own country, and in other words it means goods made in one's own country. During the struggle for freedom, it meant that people should use goods produced within the country, and the promotion of Swadeshi was accompanied by the advocacy of the boycott of foreign goods. The boycott method meant that the Indians refused to use the goods which were made in Britain. The anti-partition movement began in Bengal. It soon spread to other parts of India. People refused to use the goods manufactured in Britain. They made huge bonfires and burnt available British goods. People who used British goods were severely criticized. Women and students also participated in this movement with great enthusiasm. Means people started a strong movement against the partition of Bengal, and this movement was known as the anti-partition movement. It was started in Bengal, but soon it spread to other parts of India. The Indians denied to use the things or goods which were produced in Britain. The British goods which were available in India were burnt at public places. The Indians who used the British goods were strongly criticized, and the Indians of all age groups, including women and children, took an active participation in anti-partition movement. The boycott movement was against the partition of Bengal, but it was soon converted into the Swadeshi movement. This movement was very strong in Bengal, but its effects were seen in other parts of India as well. For example, in Andhra, where it was known as the Vande Mataram movement. Means both the boycott and Swadeshi movements played an important role in the partition of Bengal. The effects of the Swadeshi movement were seen not only in Bengal but almost in entire India. Like in Andhra, the Swadeshi movement was popularly known by the name of Vande Mataram movement. The Swadeshi movement encouraged ideas of self-help, Swadeshi enterprise, national education, and use of Indian languages. means the Swadeshi movement encouraged the ideas of self-help, national education, use of Indian languages, etc. So we can say that the spirit of Swadeshi spread to almost every walk of life, that is in industries, education, culture, literature, etc. Now let us read and discuss about Surat Split 1907. The moderates and the radicals differed on several issues. Issues means matters. Their ways of thinking, aims, style of functioning were different from each other. The partition temporarily united the moderates and the radicals. The gap, however, was not easy to fill. In December 1907, a session of Congress was held at Surat in Gujarat. Means the way of thinking, aims, style of working, etc. was different of both the moderates and the radicals. But the partition of Bengal temporarily united them both. It was not so easy to fill the gap between the radicals and the moderates, but soon the difference between both the moderates and the radicals continued. They suffered again in the next session in 1907 at Surat in Gujarat. In this session, a major difference came up between the moderates and the radicals. After this session, moderates began to work from within the Congress and the radicals functioned from outside. This was the Surat split. Basically, at the end of the 19th century, new trends began to emerge in national movement, that is emergence of radical leaders. The radical leaders wanted to extend the Swadeshi and boycott movements to whole of India, whereas moderates wanted to confine it to Bengal only. The disagreement over the issue of presidentship led to the split in the Congress at the Surat session in 1907. This was known as the Surat split, and this Surat split also weakened the national movement. And later, in 1916, at Lucknow session of the Congress, the moderates and the radicals were reunited. So we can conclude that the British divided Bengal on the pretext of administrative convenience, but the actual reason was to weaken the spirit of nationalism. People protested against the partition through boycott movement. It converted into the Swadeshi movement. After that, the Surat split took place in 1907. Under it, the radicals and moderates worked separately. But they were reunited in 1916 Lucknow session of the Congress. Now I hope today's topic is clear to you. Your today's homework is to learn the related terms and try to solve the related back exercises.